What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Alright, so I am back with another Outer Wilds video, and that's because I finally finished the game. Yeah, I know I took like a few days to complete it, but that's just because I knew that it wasn't your typical game, so I really wanted to like just, roam around and really discover the game for myself. So yeah, I actually spent like quite some time, in different planets and the different places. But yeah, I really like the game because first of all, I wasn't sold at first. I found it really boring, and that's just because the beginning is a little bit slow. You kind of just hop on space, just wander around, and then at first you kind of lost. You're not too sure of what's happening. You don't really know what's your goal. But yeah, as you progress into the game, it gets more and more interesting. So yeah, it really kind of like just piques your curiosity, which is really something that I really like. And as a curious person and as a person that really likes to finish something that I started, it really pushed me to like just continue the game. Like I said, at first I really didn't like it. I was gonna give up on this game. I was actually just gonna, just leave it aside and ignore it for now. But there was just something in me that wanted to finish it, so I decided to continue. And as I went to the planets, there were different puzzles and different places to explore, which was really interesting and really cool. At the same time, the music was really great. It like set the vibe for like the entire game. Since like I recently played Raji, I find that it was kind of like the same thing, the similar points that they kind of like share, like in just having the good music plus the good or the decent visuals where it matches, and then it kind of sets the vibe, the environment, and like the tone for the entire game. So yeah, that was like a really good thing. And as you progress towards the middle and near the end as well, it kind of gets a little bit slow when you kind of like lose your momentum. But that's normal, just because like you feel like you're not really progressing anywhere. But once you just keep doing what you are doing, it kind of becomes like second nature, and then you kind of get used to it. So yeah, it's really like just pretty much doing things repetitively, being curious, go there, do this, and read properly, and pretty much just always check your log, always check what's happening. Don't worry about dying. You're always gonna die. That's 100% like what's gonna happen, and you're always gonna reset 100%. Like I don't think you're gonna complete the game without like resetting at least maybe 10 times a minimum. I probably reset it like 30, 40, 50 times. I'm not even gonna lie. I think I reset a lot of times, but that's just because I tend to be a little bit impatient sometimes. That's just my nature, and that's just who I am. I kind of like want to rush it. But yeah, sometimes you just gotta take it slow. You gotta just read around, look around, and take it easy. But yeah, at the same time, it's really interesting because like there are times where I overthink like a scenario or a place, and I'm like, okay, well maybe there isn't anything left, so I just left. And then I check my log, and I see that there's still a few things that I still haven't discovered or uncovered. So yeah, it's always at the moment where I think that there's nothing left that I leave, and then when I feel like there's still things to be discovered, that I always check more. So I always spend more time than I need to. So yeah, it's just kind of like weird, but it's part of the experience. But yeah, overall, like I really just really like the game because the entire time that I was playing, I always felt like that there was like a fear inside of me, not really of like something that I'm afraid of, but more of like the fear of the unknown. First of all, that was pretty much like the ongoing thing as you adventure around like the planets and around the places. There's just so many things that you don't know, and you won't know. You don't really know what's happening, and what will happen. And there's also the fear of not being able to control the things around you, or not being in control of your situation, or like where you are or what's happening. It's really crazy because sometimes like you're venturing out in space, and let's say you ran out of fuel, you run out of oxygen, or you're kind of like stuck in a place, it's very dark, or you get caught like in water, then next thing you know you're in space. It's very confusing and it's very frightening. And yeah, it's kind of like I feel like that's something that's within all of us, like the fear of the unknown and the fear of not being in control, or not being able to control the things around us. So yeah, that's just really an amazing thing, and at the same time a scary thing. But I think that was one of the goals of the game. So yeah, and I really like the end. At first I was a little bit lost, and I just kept repeating myself like in the Dark Bramble. I think that was like the hardest thing for me, was really with the anglerfishes, not because of the anglerfishes, but because I kept losing myself. I was, like I said, I'm an impatient guy, so I just kept rushing it, and then I would lose myself. But yeah, I eventually got it, and then there was the puzzle at the end, and then, you know, a few things going on, gather the people around the fire, and at the end, you know, we just kind of play our instruments, do our own thing, and then boom, everything explodes, and it's basically the end. And but it is also the beginning of the end and the end of the beginning. So yeah, kind of sad because you kind of like develop like a personal attachment to these characters and to your own as well, and then we all disappear, and then at the end it says 14.3 billion years later, I believe, there's life again. So it's really cool because there's newer life, but then the people that are going to experience the new life don't know what happened to the people beforehand. So us, in other words. So it's kind of interesting because just think about it. You don't really know who was there before you, and you won't really know who's there after you. So I don't know, it's kind of like weird. And it just kind of puts so many things into perspective. But yeah, overall I really like the game. I think I'm gonna give it like a 8.5 out of 10, just because like it was a little bit slow and confusing at first, but the end just kind of makes up for everything. So really amazing game. Honestly, I don't think this game is for everyone. I think a lot of people will give up, and that's normal, but I do think that everybody should at least give it a chance. So if you have a chance and you still haven't played it, or you've heard about it but you still haven't tried it, I strongly encourage you to at least try Outer Wilds once. And yeah, be patient, but remain curious and remain open-minded, and I'm sure you guys will enjoy the game. Anyways, that'll be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.